Hey dear students, and welcome back. So I hope you all are enjoying the videos, and in this video we are going to discuss on the quadratic formula. We are going to discuss about the quadratic formula since we have already derived the quadratic formula in our previous video. So those who have not seen the previous video how to derive the quadratic formula, please go through that particular video so that you can understand this video well. All right, so in this video we are going to discuss about the quadratic formula, that is x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is your quadratic formula. This one is a quadratic formula, and the general quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c. This has already been discussed in the previous video lecture. So we are going to do the discussion on the quadratic formula in this particular video. So let's start without wasting much time. So first and foremost, the formula is x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? So this is your quadratic equation formula, and here in the previous video already I have told you that this b square minus 4ac is basically called as discriminant. What is this called as? Discriminant. What is this known as? Discriminant. Right, now most of the things are going to depend on this particular discriminant. Let's see how. See, if I'm going to write the equation this way, x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of d upon 2a, because here the value of b square minus 4ac was equal to d, and I have replaced this b square minus 4ac that was in the formula, b square minus 4ac, this b square minus 4ac I have replaced by d, because b square minus 4ac was b square minus 4ac was equal to d. So I have replaced it with d, right? So this is the formula. Now suppose if you are going to find out the value of discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, and that value becomes a positive value. Means the value of b square minus 4ac becomes positive. That means that the discriminant is greater than 0. Positive number means greater than 0. Positive, all the positive numbers are going to lie on the right hand side of the number line, so that those numbers are going to be greater than 0, obviously. So discriminant is greater than 0. When the discriminant will be greater than 0, so let's check it out what is going to happen when the discriminant is greater than 0. So let's see. Now see, x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of discriminant upon 2a. Now this discriminant is basically a positive value. Now this discriminant is basically what? It's a positive value. So here it will be some positive number, in the under root it will be some positive number, and the square root of a positive number will be a positive number. How much small that positive number can be? It can be very small, but still when you're going to find out the root of the positive number, it's going to be positive. It cannot turn into negative number, it cannot turn into 0. If it is possibly very small, but still that will lie on the right hand side of the number line, so that number is going to be positive in nature, right? So this here you're going to get the root of positive number, you're going to get a positive number there. So what is going to happen, that x will be equal to minus v plus some positive number upon 2a. That will be the first value of x, and the other value of x will be minus b minus some positive number upon 2a. Is it clear? So what you are getting, because since our discriminant was positive number and the under root of that will be positive number, so the two answers of x which you are going to get here is x is equal to minus b plus some positive number plus some positive number here, and here also x is equal to minus b minus some positive number here upon 2a is common in both the, right? So when you are going to add a positive number to minus b, you are going to get some value, right? And when you are going to subtract positive number from minus b, you are going to get some other value. So there will be two different values, because once you are adding a positive number, once you are Just a minute. Once you are adding a positive number, and in the other case you are subtracting the same positive number from minus b from the same number, so you are going to get two different numbers, right? Upon 2a is common, so you are going to divide the different values by 2a, so obviously you are going to get the final answer as different value. So here you are going to get two distinct roots. Distinct means different roots you are going to get two different answers, right? And those answers are going to be real numbers. Why they are real? Because obviously they will be negative numbers or they will be positive numbers, but they will be real numbers, because real numbers are all those numbers which can be represented on a number line, right? So you remember real numbers, right? So there you are going to get two distinct answer, and those answers are going to be real. So here, when the discriminant is greater than 0, the roots will be different, and the roots will be real. So you are going to get different and real roots. Is it clear? Now suppose if discriminant becomes equal to 0. Now what is going to happen when the discriminant becomes 0? Now what is going to happen when the discriminant becomes 0? Now x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of 0 upon 2a, because discriminant is becoming equal to 0, means when you are calculating the value of b square minus 4ac, and this value becomes equal to 0, then x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of 0 upon 2a. Is it clear? Now one value of x will be x is equal to minus b plus 0 upon 2a, because under root of 0 will give you 0, is going to give you 0, and the other value of x is going to be, or x will be equal to minus b minus 0 upon 2a. I hope when you are going to add 0 to minus b and when you are going to subtract 0 from minus b, then in both the condition the value is going to remain same. Value is going to remain the same, right? And you're going to divide it by 2a. So you are dividing the same number by the same number, by some other number. Like suppose you are dividing 5, the answer is minus b is equal to 5, and you are dividing by 2. So again here also minus b upon 2a, that will give you 5 upon 2 again. So that means then minus b is divided by 2a, here also minus b is divided by 2a, so the value is going to be same. Obviously it's going to be same. So when the discriminant is equal to 0 in this condition, the answers, the roots will be same, or you can say they will be equal, and obviously they are going to be real, because here also you are going to get the real numbers, because you are going to get some number and that will be representable on the number line. Alright, so the discriminants are going to be equal and real. Is it clear? So discriminant are going to be real and equal when the discriminant is equal to 0. Now when the discriminant is equal to a negative number, or you can say when discriminant is less than 0. Why I am saying less than 0? Because all the negative numbers lies on the left hand side of the number line, that is left hand side to the 0 on the number line, and those numbers are the negative numbers. Is it clear? So let's see what is going to happen here. X is equal to minus b plus minus under root of some negative number upon 2a, right? This will be the situation now. Now have you ever calculated the value of minus 4? Now see, since we know that root 4 is basically equal to 2, the square of some number should be equal to 4. What is that number whose square is 4? So 2 is the number whose square is 4. So we got here the root of 4 as 2. If suppose minus 2 also, when you are going to square up minus 2, then also you are going to get 4. But can you imagine of a number whose square becomes equal to minus 4? There is no number whose square, there is no real number whose square can be equal to a negative number. There is no real number whose square can be equal to a negative number, because when you are going to find out the square of any number, whether it is negative or positive, you are going to get a positive number. Why so? Because minus 2 into minus 2, that is going to give you the square of minus 2, and minus into minus we have learned plus, and 2 2s are 4, so it will give you plus 4, right? So here you are getting plus 4. Now suppose plus 2 into plus 2 we are going to do, so here also you are going to get plus 4. So there is no such number whose square can become equal to minus 4. So root of minus 4 is basically an imaginary number. What is that? An imaginary that is an imaginary number. What is that? Root of minus 4 is an imaginary number. Why it is an imaginary number? Because there is no number whose square can be equal to minus 4. So that is an imaginary number. Now we are when we talk about imaginary numbers, those numbers are imaginary. Those are imaginary. Those are not real. They cannot be represented on a number line. Right? So when you talk about imaginary things which cannot be portrayed in real time, right? They cannot be you cannot make a real you cannot find out the real value of that. That's imaginary. Basically it's imaginary. So that imaginary numbers cannot be compared even, right? Imaginary numbers, you cannot compare the imaginary numbers. You're getting the point or not? So imaginary numbers are simply imaginary numbers. They cannot be compared, that which imaginary number is greater, which imaginary number is smaller, right? So here in this situation, when discriminant is less than 0, here in this situation when discriminant is less than 0, in this situation x is equal to x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of negative number upon 2a. Is it clear? So here in this situation you are going to get x is equal to minus b plus some imaginary number upon 2a, and the other will be x is equal to minus b minus imaginary number upon 2a. So here the roots are going to be simply imaginary, right? So the roots are going to be imaginary. So here the roots are imaginary. So you got the points, where the roots are imaginary, where the roots are equal, where the roots are different. You got the point. So when the discriminant is greater than 0, the discriminant is a positive value. Here the roots are going to be different and real. When the discriminant is equal to 0, the roots are going to be equal and real. The roots are going to be real and equal and real. And when the discriminant is less than equal to 0, then the roots are imaginary, right? The roots are imaginary. Is it clear? So I hope this was basically clear to you guys. When the roots are going to be imaginary, when the roots are going to be real and equal, when the roots are going to be real and different. So got the point? So I hope this was clear to you guys. So now, just by looking at a quadratic equation, just by seeing the quadratic equation, or just by calculating the discriminant of the quadratic equation, that is b square minus 4ac, just finding out the value of b square minus 4ac, you can find out the nature of the roots. You can find out the nature of the root, that b square minus 4ac. If you are having that b square minus 4ac, once you calculate the value of b square minus 4ac, that is the discriminant, you will be able to find out the nature of the root. And remember, my dear students, there's those equations, those quadratic equations where the discriminant is less than 0, that is where the roots are imaginary. In that situation, it is not possible to solve the quadratic equation with the help of factorization method. So don't make a mistake when the roots are imaginary. Don't ever try to solve a quadratic equation with the help of factorization method, because that is not going to help you, because that is with that method you will not be able to find out the roots. You can either use completing the square method, or simply use the quadratic formula to solve those equations. With the help of quadratic equation formula, that is quadratic formula, you can solve any of the quadratic equation, and that's true for all the quadratic equation. Is it clear? So I hope this video was simple and clear to you guys. I hope you're understanding and enjoying my videos. If you really enjoy the video, if you like my video, and if you understood the concept well, then please hit the like button. There is no harm in that, right? So till then, I'll be bringing you more lectures and more interesting lectures. So till then, bye bye dear students. Stay home, stay safe, and be healthy. Bye bye.